Hello, my name is Bryce Van Ray. I am a divorced single dad, father of 5 kids. Welcome to my show. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Oh my goodness, it's been quite a week, quite a hectic week, and I'm going to explain to you because the topic of today's show is hard days are universal. That's right, they are universal. But before I get to that, I'd like to share a little thought of the day. Life is short. Time is fast. No replays, no refunds, no rewinds, so enjoy every moment as it comes. That's right, everybody. Life is so short. You have to appreciate all the little things in life. Because the bottom line is, sometimes you just don't have any control over what happens. And that's called life. And it does go by so fast. And there's no replays, there's no rewinds. You can't go back and do anything over. There's no do-overs. That's it. This is life. So you have to figure out what you're going to do with what you have. I mean, if you have like a glass of water and you're in a desert, you got to sip it. Make sure you don't take it all in at once. Although we would like to take life in all at once. That would be, in my opinion, ideal. But like I said, life is short. Time is fast. No replays, no rewind. So enjoy every moment as it comes. And everybody, I hope you're having a great week because like I said, mine has been quite the devastator. That's right, the devastator. So that brings me to the topic of today. Hard days are universal. So it's great if you can have a good day. If you can have a good day, you're like, oh my goodness, what a great day. I'm so happy. Things are going great. And that's the kind of day all of us really, really want. But sometimes, it doesn't happen. And who wouldn't want a good day? I want a good day. I want to wake up. I want to see the sun shining. I want to hear the birds singing. I want to see the laughter in the air. Oh my goodness, to think of that, that's called total peace. That's what you call a great day. What do you guys call a great day? Great days to everybody is different. Some people love rain. I'm going to be honest with you. I, myself, do love rain. I love it when it rains and I'm not working and I can just listen to it hit the earth. I can smell it and I like to lie in bed and just think about it. It's so relaxing. That's a great day. Some people say, no, that's not a good day. But you know what? I love the sun. I love the rain. I love thunderstorms. I think it's amazing how nature can make these beautiful orchestrated sounds with the thunder in the distance, with the rain coming down, and you're just sitting there listening to it. It's amazing. It is so amazing that this is like all nature. I say, what do we need a good day for? We need a good day to make us feel good. A good day makes us happy. A good day is something everybody wants. Nobody sits around and says, I can't wait to have a bad day. I want to be sick. I want to be miserable. Who goes around saying stuff like that? Do you think that's normal? I don't think that's normal. I think that's insanity. No, we don't want something like that. So, everybody, that's going to bring me to my hard day, which everybody's had a tough time. Have you had a day where, you lose your job? I remember I lost my job a few years ago. And when I lost my job, that was tough. I had no idea what I was going to do. It was unbelievable. I didn't know how my bills were going to get paid. I didn't know where my next meal was going to come from because I lost my job. But things work out. You have to remember things do work out. And I ended up getting a job. I had the job for a year now. It's a pretty good job. But we all have those bad days. We all have those days we reflect on and say, oh my goodness, this is such a terrible day. How could it get any worse? Well, I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened to me. So I was on my weekend, so I didn't have to go anywhere. I just stayed in the house. My car was outside on the street. And when it was on the street, I figured it was safe. But then again, I don't live in a very nice neighborhood. I live in Springfield, Mass. I think that's one of the worst cities to live in, or one of the top something for crime. So I was going to go out to work. And when I went to work, lo and behold, the driver's side to my window was smashed. I could not believe it. I freaked out. I said, "Are you kidding me? I just had enough time to get to work on time." So, looking around, I see all the glass on the ground. I see the glass on my seat. My seat was sliced up. I called my daughter. I said, "Maya, my car, somebody broke into my car." Now, the thing is, where I live, the street light where my house is hasn't worked for 2 years. I've been calling the city to fix it. It hasn't been fixed. I don't know why. So I parked it under a street light a few houses down, thinking it would be safe there. Apparently, I was wrong. So my daughter comes out and she brings a broom. So I sweep out the car and she's saying, "Dad, I can't believe it. This is horrible." I said, "Yes, it is." I said, "I wouldn't think something like this would happen to me. What did I do to anybody? Why would somebody break my window and try to break in my car and steal stuff?" I have stuff in my car, but the majority of it is cat stuff, like cat food and cat litter. But somebody comes in and breaks in my car like this. I was filled with tears. My emotions were over the top. I said, "Why? How could this happen to me?" So my daughter wished me luck. I told her, "I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to go to work, and it'll be good at work because it'll be locked up in a secluded place, so nobody will really break in there." So I had to drive to work, driving on the highway, and there's no window, and it's in the middle of winter, and it's so cold. It was freezing. I had to bundle up, but I didn't have a winter coat on. I had like a sweatshirt, and I had with a hoodie, and I had a hat. That's all I had. I mean, it's pretty cold at my job because I work with computers. But the fact that I had the window open, I had to put the heat on just to keep my fingers from freezing to death. When I got to work, I told one of my coworkers, I said, "Yeah, this is what happened. I couldn't believe it. I just made it to work on time. It's unreal." And wouldn't you know, because hard days are universal, and it happens. What happened was, later on, it started to snow. My friend told me, "Price, just so you know, it's snowing outside. You have your windows open. It's because it's broken." Dread came over my body. I said, you can't be doing this to me, life. Why is this happening to me? I can't believe it." So I go outside, and it just so happened I had some bags you put leaves in. I rip some of those open, and I rig it up to the window so it doesn't snow inside. It worked as good as it could. So after work, I get in my car, I take the paper down, and I'm driving on the highway. I'm freezing. There's snow coming in the car. People are looking at me. I'm embarrassed. I'm like, well, I can't explain. This is what happened to me in the last 24 hours. I mean, I have no idea if the window was broken prior to my days off, but I'm driving and I go to the police station. I fill out the report. I tell them what happened. I'm trying to hold back the tears. We have a great police force here in Springfield. And I even told them, I said, "I can't believe you guys. You guys are like the new generation," because a lot of these police officers, they were really young. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm really glad in today's age that it doesn't discourage the younger generation to become cops, because cops seem to get a bad rap. And we need police officers in the United States. We need them to protect us because they do an awesome job. And I take my hat off to them. It's a tough job. It's a very tough job under tough circumstances, and they're doing it great. So that's just a little shout out to them. Thank you, because they were really helpful to the Springfield, Mass police officers. So I gave them my information. They helped me out. They comforted me. It was great. Then I went to clean up the glass in my car. Cleaned it out the best I could. and it was still cold and I'm freezing. Then I drove home and I said, I have to figure out how to cover up this window because it was going to snow again. Now, here's the thing. I guess, you have to connect the dots in life sometimes. So my daughter, like a month ago, she wanted a new shower curtain. And she put it up, but apparently it was too long. And I told her, I said, it's not really too long. You could just raise the bar up. But she didn't do it, so she bought another one. And it was fitting fine, whatever. So I put the shower curtain off to the side. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But as life would have it, I was able to put the plastic over the door so it wouldn't snow or rain. And it worked out. It was fine. It was good. And luckily, my daughter, she didn't have to work for the next couple days. So I took her car to work. And I was fine with that. So when all this was done and I got home and I fixed the window and stuff, I had to call the insurance company. And I told them what happened. I had to fill out a claim. Now, I haven't had a broken window in my car for, I'd say, over 25 years. That was when I had a Firebird and a tree branch fell on the back windshield and broke it. And I couldn't believe that. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I was thinking to myself, all the stuff that's happened to me with my car. A couple months back, there was a nail in my tire. But apparently in my neighborhood, somebody was putting nails in people's tires, which was unbelievable. I don't think we ever caught them, but now we have this window situation. And that threw me for a loop. So I was talking to the insurance company. They were helpful. And they said I could get the car fixed the following Monday. I said, you know what, this will be good. So, okay, I'll find some peace. So Monday comes and I'm waiting because they're supposed to come to the house and nobody came. So I'm calling up. I'm like, what's going on? They're supposed to come here to fix it. And they're telling me, oh, it's supposed to be next Monday, next week. I said, oh my God, this can't be happening to me. Now, like I said, bad days are universal. I can't believe it. Hard days are universal. So I have to get the window wrapped up to see what's going on. So I took it to a place my daughter, my sister, my younger sister told me I could get the window wrapped up at this place. They might do it for free. I said, okay. Unfortunately, when I went to get in my car, the door would not open on the driver's side. It was jammed or something. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm sitting there trying to jam it, trying to kick the door open. I have to call my daughter, my youngest daughter. I said, can you come out and go in the car and try to kick it on the inside to open it? Try as she made, it did not work. It didn't work at all. I couldn't believe it again. I'm like, what's going on? Why is somebody persecuting me? This is insanity. So you couldn't help but laugh. This is crazy. So I take it to this window place, hoping they could wrap it up. And you know what they tell me? They said, yeah, we can wrap it up. That'll be fine. Yeah, do it. So I told them, but just so you know, I can't open the door. They go, oh, that might be a problem because you see, we have to be able to open the door in order to wrap up the window. I'm like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? So I said, okay. But they said they'd be happy to help me with the car window and everything. I said, okay, that's fine. So I go home. And I called the insurance company and I told them, I'm trying to explain to them, I'm in tears. I'm like, this never happened to me. So the window is broken. I said, I put the claim in. I said, I called up. They said they can't get the car till next week, even though my insurance company told me this Monday. And I said, but the thing is, the door doesn't open. I just figured if the window in the lock it's all one, so they could just unjam it. And they said, no, the insurance company tells me I have to fill out another claim. And my deductible and I have a deductible. I said, I don't really understand what this deductible is. Now, granted, I've had a car since I probably 22, 23, because I had motorcycles before that. And I'm like, okay, listen, can you explain this deductible? I know we need it, but can you explain it? She says, well, you have to pay the first $1,000 if it's body damage. I said, but it's not body damage. Something's jammed inside the door. She says, I'm sorry. So I said, so you're telling me I have to make 2 claims. One is for the window, and I have to pay like $500. The other one is for the body because something's jammed in there, and that's $1,000. She says, yeah. When it rains, guys, it pours. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is insane. So I said, because I told them I took it to this other place, and they said they could do it. I guess I didn't explain myself, because then the insurance company deletes my appointment for the first auto place and puts it to the second. And I'm like, afterwards, I'm like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to get this thing fixed. Oh my God. So I was upset, in tears, crying. I'm like, this is insane. It's middle of winter. So I call up my second daughter, who works for a car dealership. And I said, I have to talk to you. I really have to talk to you. Now, I had wanted a car with low mileage, nothing over 15,000. And I wanted a sunroof because I said, I love sunroofs. I remember picking up my youngest daughter at college. I had to rent a car because my car wasn't going to make it. And I rented a car with a sunroof, and it was amazing to actually see the sun beating down on you, to get the fresh air, to look up at night and see through the roof the stars. I said, this is incredible. I want a sunroof. So when I called my second daughter, I said, listen, I'm in a bind here. I'm going to have to get a car. Can you help me? She said, oh, Daddy, what happened? And I told her, and she knew about the window. She says, Dad, and her boyfriend works for another car dealership. So they said, we'll look for a car for you. So they're looking, and they found a car, just like my second daughter's car. It's like an orangish gold or something. And I said, yeah, this is cool. I said, whatever. It doesn't have a sunroof, but I really need a car. So they're working with me, and hopefully I'll get this car. Just running the credit checks and stuff. And remember, I'm divorced, so when I got divorced, my credit was shot to hell. But I've been working on my credit, and my credit's pretty much back. So I'm happy about that. Got a credit card finally, and hopefully everything will work out. Now, if I get this car, I'll be happy, because let's face it, I did need another car. And like I said, the topic of this show was hard days are universal. And maybe, just maybe, sometimes things in life happen for a reason. Sometimes they happen because they need to. Because I did need a car, and this one's here. It's just like my daughter's car. And I told my daughter I liked her car. So, that being said, I'm hoping my days are going to be a little brighter, a little better. And I hope this car is going to work out. I'll be happy if it does. Because I'm going to tell you, we don't need bad days like this all the time. We do need something called a happy ending. And hopefully that's how this story will end. But until then, it is that time. Because now, it's story time. Bird woke up one day feeling heavy and unable to fly. He flapped his wings with all his might, but he remained grounded. Fox suggested a stronger wind might lift him up, while Wolf said he needed to rest and try again later. Turtle suggested a special mix of seeds, and Fish recommended a dip in the pond to refresh his feathers. But no matter what advice followed, Bird couldn't take off. Feeling defeated, Bird hurtled in a tree. Watching over, soaring through the sky, he'd see all the other birds. And Bird felt sad. That evening, as the sun set, Bird realized that sometimes, even with all the advice in the world, you just have a bad day. The next morning, with a renowned spirit, Bird stretched his wings once more and took flight, soaring high above the trees, leaving behind the memories of his bad day. Well, everybody, I'm going to tell you, that's what we have to do too. Sometimes we have to leave the memories of a bad day behind. And that's what I'm going to try to do with my car situation, because I know good days are ahead. That's right. They're not just ahead for me, but they're ahead for everybody and you too. That being said, I want to thank you for joining me here today. If you enjoyed this podcast, you can download any of my past podcasts morning, noon, and night and hear it all over the internet. It'd be great if you could hear what I have to say. And just so you know, you can go to my website, pricevanray.com. I have a lot of stuff there you might be interested in. And subscribe, that'd be great. So that's going to bring us to the end of the show. I want to thank all of you for listening today. It's been great. And don't forget to be nice and talk nice to everyone you see. You know why, everybody? Because it's free. And everybody wants a good day. Don't be a jerk. And remember this one last bit of advice. Tomorrow is never promised. So don't go to bed angry at your child or anyone you love. And before you go to bed tonight, hug your child and tell them, I will love you forever, Dad. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining me here today. Let's do it again. I'll see you next time here on my show. Be well, be kind, be back, peace, and I, my family and friends, will see all of you later. Bye.